Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Today's video is a decluttering my makeup collection video. This is something that I have been meaning to do for a while. I will not lie, I have been procrastinating because I've actually been really nervous about shooting a declutter video. So full disclosure, I've shot part 1 of decluttering my bag collection already and I wasn't sure if I want to do makeup, so we're going to be doing only makeup today. I will share that video with you separately. There is a part 2 and a part 3 so that I still need to film. With today's video, we're going to be basically going through my entire makeup vanity over here. For those of you who don't know, I have already shot a makeup organizing video which tells you how I organize all of my makeup, how I keep my brushes, how I store my lipsticks, how I store my foundations, concealers. There's a very detailed my vanity organization video out there on my channel which I will link in for you. Please make sure you guys see that before you go ahead and see today's video. So whenever I do a declutter in general, I make sure that a part of my decluttering goes into donations. I always keep a few things aside for my friends and family to come and pick up because every time they come over, they love to raid a certain part of my closet. And then I keep a certain set of things aside, especially for what when wear wardrobe, which hopefully you guys are following by now, which is my 100% for charity Instagram page, which is where we try and donate for things like education. Sometimes we try to do stuff for health, especially with COVID-19. That is something that we might be looking at. So make sure you guys go and support that Instagram page of mine. And if you like anything that I've worn, there is a chance that you might find it there once I'm done with it. And any condition that it is in, or absolutely any defects that sometimes might be there on certain pieces, will be disclosed on the posts. So with today's video, we're gonna go in and clean this out. I'm scared to show you how messy it looks like right now, but it really does need a declutter. Let's dive into this. Okay, so first things first, if you've seen that storage organizing video, you will wonder how the hell so much has changed. It is extremely messy and it looks like my brushes are giving birth to more brushes because suddenly there's like 5 times the volume of brushes in this space than there was when I started this whole thing. I know, I understand, and I definitely need to figure my shit around here. I also feel like my lipsticks are just reproducing, and this isn't even all my lipsticks. I have a completely separate box kept somewhere over here in my bag mess that I need to figure out where it is, where I actually have a whole new set of lipsticks. So what I want to try to do with today's video and today's declutter essentially is give away any overlapping products I might have, give away anything that will be useful to someone else, and something that I may not have used for a while. I have an entirely different tray up here, so I definitely want to just try and make sure that I have stuff to give away. I know I have repeats of a few of the pieces in my separate storage, which is altogether separate, which is where my stock storage is. So I'm going to be taking out a few of those things also. So my filters on what I choose to keep and what I choose to give away are rather simple. If I've completely used up a makeup product and I've almost hit pan, obviously I will not give that to anyone. I will finish that out. I make sure that if I'm decluttering something, the expiry date is something I will look at. Obviously, I want to throw away anything that is really close to expiration, whatever you want to pronounce it like. And I want to make sure that it's in good condition as well. Apart from that, if I have really already used a particular, like for example, I have a feeling this is going to happen with my blushes. If I've really used a bunch of blushes already and there's still a lot of product in there because I have a lot of variety in shades to choose from over here, then I would rather someone else use it because I don't want to land up using the same product over and over in different tutorials. So I'm just kind of gonna talk you through as much as I can. This is the first time I'm shooting this kind of a declutter video, so bear with me and give me genuine constructive feedback in the comments. Please, if you think I can do this better the next time, which I'm sure there will be some of. So now literally let's just start. So first off, I feel like we should start off with this basket over here. This has a bunch of palettes in it, mostly eyeshadow palettes. I'm also seeing a contour palette and an eyelash box from Huda over here. Let me just take this out. I would obviously much rather have someone else use these because I don't need these many palettes in my life, let's be real, and I don't want them to land up expiring over here. I would rather someone else use it, really. Okay, so if this isn't the definition of a mess, I don't know what is. Okay, this Lakme palette I've used once, but somehow I don't land up reaching for it very often. This is definitely going into donations. I have a bunch of like Huda lashes here. I feel like I don't need to hold on to this entire box. I should just take the little lash out and get rid of the box. The lashes need to be moved to the lashes section of the wardrobe at the back. Now this obviously needs organizing, which is going to be a whole other video mere to hisab se. I have some bindis coming out of this basket as well. I'm going to arrange later, guys. Today I'm just like decluttering. And I'm going to go through what palettes I have. So, okay, so following the Lakme, I think the Nude Dude palette should go. This is a really, really good palette, but it does have a little bit of fallout, and I have used it a little bit. I feel like someone else would make better use of this. I've also had doubles of all of these Nykaa palettes, so I might be putting away a couple of these palettes for sure, because I have had all of them and I actually had them in double. I've used and used and used them, and I know Nykaa has newer launches after this, so maybe I'll dive into those and finally put these away. From Sugar, I have these two palettes over here, and they're both really, really amazing, but I've used this one a lot, and I've just recently started getting into this one. I have this color on my eyes, by the way, right now, which is just a really nice bare shade. This is something I might end up using more, so I feel like this I'll put away. See, there's so much product still in there, even though it looks messy. Please ignore that. There's so much product, and I definitely would not want it to go to waste, so this baby is going into my donations pile. Guys, the laptop is just there generally on my table because my table is a mess. Then the rest of my Huda palettes can go inside. What else do I have here to give away? Okay, then I have this big fat NYX palette over here. It's literally as good as new and has never been touched. This was also definitely going away. For some reason, I just never landed up reaching out to it. I think I swatched a few of the shades and liked them, but I didn't land up really using it much. I'm not sure why that happened, but this one is definitely going away. Now remember that from everything I'm going away, not everything is going into donations. Some of it will be on the wardrobes page where you can actually shop them at really discounted prices for charity, and some of it will go into my donations. But this baby is going on the side. This NYX contour and highlight palette is also going on the side. It's the second one that I had. I've used this before and it's a really great product, but I'm just really into like individual products these days. This is my contour section, by the way, so I'm really much more into this right now rather than going ahead with palettes, which I don't end up using as much. I feel like these are really great if you're like a makeup artist and working with different skin complexions, but what's working for me is just sticking to stuff that's singular and works for me. By the way, this Kylie palette is so special to me. It's one of the first things I like bought from like overseas and had it shipped to India and stuff in 2017. I don't know why I'm not reaching for this that much, and the color payoff is still beautiful. It's an amazing product, but I don't think I'm going to give this away. It's just really special to me. I might just hold on to it for keepsake. Okay, I have a lot of these mini Huda palettes in like red and orange and purple, and I also have them in all the nude varieties. Just so you know, we've given away a bunch of these in giveaways as well, because I do have some of these in double, and I have some more of it kept aside to give away to you guys. So make sure you guys always stick around to know when and where I'm giving these away. Make sure you're following my Instagram because we do give away a lot of these expensive makeup items also. This is another drugstore eyeshadow palette that I recently found that worked really well for me. Okay, I feel like we're done with the eyeshadow parts of it. This is like just the eyeshadows that we're giving away. It's gonna be a lot of makeup being given away or just being put aside, basically, is what I should call it. Okay, I have some like primer, strobe cream type of stuff over here, and I feel like I should put some of this away because it's new and I just don't land up using it a lot. I have the Hello Halo over here, which I've heard a lot about somehow. I mean, it's new and I haven't landed up using it. But what I should do is give away this stuff, which is really nice, and at the same time, I've used it, but I've not used it that much. Again, I'd rather someone else use it. Going into the blushes over here, now I have to tell you a blogger's dilemma of this. I'm not sure if you've heard this before, but I'm always going back and forth between trying to find the balance between the high-end stuff and the drugstore stuff. Like there's some high-end and some drugstore in here. I love both categories, and you guys see me using a mix of both. but just being able to find the balance is a little bit of a toughie. So I'm just going to quickly power through and show you what I'm giving away. I think I should give this MAC compact away. This is in the shade NC42. I don't end up using compacts anymore. I've become such a loose powder baby. Another thing that I should probably give away over here is the Fit Me. There's about half of this, and I'd rather someone else use it. I have a backup product, so I guess I can give this away and have someone else use it. That's gonna go in my donations, obviously. Then I have the Pac HD Powder over here. Now this is something I'm confused about because I've used this 2-3 times and I feel like sometimes it's really worked for me and sometimes it hasn't. So maybe I should just try this one more time. This may or may not land up being given away by next week, I guess. So concealers is something I'm always confused about because, like, obviously not everyone likes the same concealers, or the same concealers may not work for all of us the same way. But nevertheless, I do want to give some of this away. Let's power through into this also. Okay, so from the concealers, we've only taken 4 things out. We've taken a couple of the K by Katrina correctors, and we've taken out a couple of the Bobbi Brown products. Coming to my brows box over here, this is gonna be really tough because I genuinely love all of my brow items. So let me sift through this. I'm not sure what I can give away because I've already done a little bit of a declutter of this, but let's see what I can make of this. Okay, as expected, really not much coming out of this box. I love all of my brow items. I can just think of putting aside this Lakme stick. This is a really great stick, but it dries up really easily. And the Biotique one, which by the way is a really great product, but I've realized that the shades, one sec, let me try and open it, that the shades are a little too light for me, so I have to keep building it up or, you know, kind of adding something else. So I feel like these are the 2 that are going to be in my going away pile. My little contour box, I genuinely love everything and I have updated everything. The only thing that I have not used in a while is this Nykaa product, and the only reason I haven't used it is because I've used it so much earlier. This is a fab product, but I've overused this, man. I'd rather someone else use it now. Okay, now this is a tray I'm genuinely nervous about, because there's a lot of stuff here, guys. Okay, so first off, I'm just gonna pull out some highlighters that I think I've used and should have someone else use now. These are, again, really nice products. I don't end up reaching for them so much, or rather, let me put it like this. Maybe I'm just a bit too much into my, like, holy grails and stuff. So I feel like the products that I haven't used much should just go to someone that will use them either through wardrobe or through my donations box. See how much I use certain items. Iska dabba ka, that lid has also broken, but I love it so much and I've kept it. I love it. So I need to figure out if there's a way that I can actually still keep it. Otherwise, it's just gonna have to go into a different box. I love a bunch of the highlighters that I have here. Don't really have the heart to part with them just like that. So we're just gonna figure out यहाँ से क्या जाता है इस tray में से और क्या रह जाता है. Okay, so from the second tray, I've taken out a mix of, like, for example, these Color Bar pigments, which are brand new. They literally all have this seal on over here. So all these are going into donation. I have some MAC lipsticks which are like as good as new, literally going into the giveaway section. These 3 mascaras need to be trashed because they're very close to expiry or have already expired. This one over here is really great, but again, it's my second. I don't end up reaching out for it as much. This one's going into the giveaway section. I did, by the way, I realized while I was doing the lipsticks that I actually did a massive lipstick declutter about 2 months ago. But over and above that, this is one. I have a completely separate box of lipsticks that's kept in a separate shoot box that needs to go into this. Apart from which, there's a lot of new makeup also. So I sort of need to find the balance and declutter from there, which I think I'll have to do separately at my own time. I don't have too many kajals and pencils to take out. I know you see a lot of it here, but I've promised myself that while we're in lockdown, I will continue to experiment more. So I want to hold on to all of these colors. You guys have seen me do a few colorful looks on my Instagram, on my IGTV as well. So I'm going to hold on to those eye pencils for sure, just for a little bit longer. I've also given away a bunch of makeup brushes, apart from which for upcoming contests, I have about 4 or 5 more makeup brush kits to give away. So stick around for some of the videos ahead. I will be giving away that stuff to you guys. From the foundations, I really don't have much to give away. I actually keep 3 different foundations foundation shades for myself across different categories depending on the kind of tan I have. So this is my already decluttered section of foundations over here. Okay guys, it's been an hour and a half, almost 2 actually, and I'm done. I'm exhausted. I feel like I could do this more often. I really want your genuine feedback on how I could do this regularly, if at all, down below in the comments. If you feel I could do something better or show you stuff better, please give me your feedback. You will also be getting a fashion part of this really soon. Before I go away, I just kind of want to put it out there that when I do something like this, I'm not doing it to show off. I'm not doing it in any way to put out there that, oh, I have so much makeup. I'm just doing it because it's part of my job and I have a lot of makeup. I acknowledge my privilege and I acknowledge how grateful I am to be able to have this much makeup. It's because of my job, and I have this job because of you amazing followers. I never want to take that for granted, ever. I do buy a lot of product because I keep reviewing and trying and filming tutorials, and it would be useless if I filmed tutorials featuring the same products all the time. Apart from which, I also get a lot of stuff in PR. So I've put away stuff over here that ranges from The Balm, Maybelline, Nykaa, Mina, Lakme, MAC, Bobbi Brown, NYX, we have Color Bar, we have My Glam, we have a bunch of K by Katrina, we have literally so many brands sitting over here in front of me that we're giving away, and not all of it is going directly into donations. Like, not all of it is being given in the form of product directly. Some of this is going to land up on my Whatman My Wardrobe page, which I would definitely request you guys to go support. It is 100% charity. We ship all across India, naturally, depending on the lockdown and all of that, current situations considered. It's basically like 3 things like I mentioned earlier. There's donation products, there's Whatman My Wardrobe, where you buy and then that money gets used for useful things. A few of the donation details of whom we've helped in the past are also available on the Instagram page, and a small percentage of these things gets kept aside for friends and family every now and then. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Please tell me if you guys want me to keep doing this often, if you enjoy stuff like this. Share this video with your friends to remind them to declutter. Go declutter yourself. Share your products with friends and family, or donate, just so more people get to use the product. And don't forget to turn the bell notification on. Keep those settings on, because so many people are like, we didn't get the alert. If your settings are not on your phone, you won't get the alert. We're really close to 200,000. I would love for you guys to be part of this YouTube family. Okay, I will see you in the next one. I'm really tired and I want some chai. Bye guys.